Hello everyone, this is Harshit Agarwal. Welcome back to another video on my channel. In this video, we are going to see two ways to create date pickers in Webflow. So without any further delay, let's get started. So we are right inside our Webflow designer. So the very first date picker that we are going to say is a simple HTML date picker. Yes, we can actually create date pickers using HTML, and then we will try to style it using a simple CSS. So whenever we are creating a field, we need to keep three things in mind that are really important. One of them is class name. We have then the name, field name, and then we have the type of that field. So when we are in Webflow, we can simply do that using Webflow Designer. But whenever we are creating a custom field, we have to type them manually. So in Webflow, if you have noticed that we have 5 types: email, password, phone number, and number. But in HTML there are more than that, so we can actually create our own fields right here. First we will open our embed and we will type here input. That is actually a syntax for input in HTML, and then we will have to decide a name. I will go with date. Then we will have to decide in a type. For the type in Webflow we have 5, but in HTML we have more. One of them is date. So I will just go ahead and type in the type, that is date, and I will close this thing and I will hit save and close. Once I do that, you can see a very simple date picker is in our designer right here, but we want to style it based on the other fields. What we can do is we can give the same class of our input to this date picker. We will open the embed and we will give it a class just like this, and we will close it. Now you can see that the same class is applied to our date picker. I will go ahead and publish this and let's see how it looks on a live website, because date pickers we cannot open them on designer, so we will just publish it and see it on the live website. So there we go, we have a very basic date picker and it's actually really nice. I personally like this a lot. In Webflow we can also mark a field required or optional, right? So in HTML what we can do is we can just go inside and type in the attribute that is required. Now this field is required. Before, when we don't have this required thing here, it will just be an optional field. Once we type this, it is a required field. So this is how we created the date picker. But if you notice something, this is not really a good experience because we don't have a nice color here and we don't have a hover effect. Mouse is not actually changing so that we can see that fingertip here, or we don't have any hover effect. So now we will try to create that using CSS, because we cannot actually style that using our Webflow designer. So for that we will take a HTML embed and we will open it. We will type in this CSS right here. So the class that you see here is actually class of this icon, so we can control it from right here. First we will define width and height of the element, and then we will save and quit. Once we do that, I will try to change the size here. Let's go for 4 rems. You can see it's working. Now I will go back and I will make it 1.2 rems. This is the size that I personally like. Now actually there is a small problem that we cannot actually control the color of that date picker, but we do have a property that says filter, that's called filter, and we can use that to change the color of this date picker icon. So first we will type in here filter and we will type invert to make it white, and then I will type here 100% because we have to decide how much invert we want here. We will hit save and close, and now you can see the date picker is white. But again there is an issue that I cannot actually see the pointer icon there. What we can do is we can write the property for cursor, and then we will select here pointer. Once I do that, whenever I will hover over the icon, I can see this pointer right now. It's looking much better. Now let's try to create a hover effect there. Again I will open up the embed, and by default I will give this an opacity of 60%, that is 0.6. I will hit save. Now you can see the date picker is a little bit dim version, and on hover I will change the opacity to 100%. I will again copy this code and Like in the last video, I shown how to create interaction on hover. We will type in here hover, we will delete the rest of the properties, and we will make opacity to 100%, that is 1. We will hit save and close. Now whenever we hover over this element, we can see a nice interaction. I will go ahead and publish this website. Let's check it on the live website. It's looking much better, and we can hover over the field. It's working really well. So just like we created the date picker, we can actually create other things like month picker, week picker, or time picker as well. So for that, we will need to copy our embed. I will copy it 4 times. Then I will open up the embed. We will have to change a few things. First, we will change the name. That is, I will give it a time. Name can be anything. Then on type, I will type in time. See, we created a simple time picker. Again, I will open up another embed. I will name this thing week, and then on the type, I will type in week. So the main thing is here is actually type. Name can be anything based on your project, whatever you feel convenient, just name it like that. Hit save. So we have a week picker, and we can also create a month picker. So I will type in month. I will hit save and close, and I will publish my site so that we can see it live. Now you can see I have a date picker, a time picker, a week picker, and a month picker. We have one more very interesting field with us, that is actually date and time picker together. So for that, we will create a name. So name is date and time, and then the type is date time dash local. Class and required will remain same. We will hit save and close, and we will publish our site. And I already have that here, so that when I click here, you can see I can actually, you can also scroll and select the time, and you can use keys, up and down arrows, and you can also have the date. So this is how we created a very simple basic date picker. Now moving to the second way to create the date picker. So the second way to create a date picker is using custom JS libraries. There are actually multiple libraries that will help you create a date picker, but I'm going to show you my personal favorite. So it's called Pickaday. I found the code on CodeCrumb's website. If you have not seen this website, I would highly recommend that. This is a really nice website having collection of different codes that you can use in your website. So I will just go ahead and take in the date picker from here. For that, we will have to copy in this head code and body code and paste it in the respective place in our page settings. So I have pasted in the code, and then we will have to give our form fields an ID of date picker. So what the field that you want to create a date picker, just go ahead and give it an ID of date picker. Once we do that, you have to hit publish and save, and we are in our live website. And now you can see a simple date picker here. You can, in this date picker, you can control the colors, the hovering colors, the active state color, the minimum, maximum. Actually, you can control a lot of things here. So to customize this date picker, first we will have to go to our head tag, just like this, where we have pasted in our head code, and you can see comments that will help you customize the date picker. We have a lot of options, like this one says color for the selected date, background color for the selected date, text color for the current date. There are a lot of options. I will not be able to cover all of this in this video, but I can show you a live example that I have built using this date picker. So you can just play around with it and you will have a great idea of this date picker. So if you see this right here, this field, when are you moving in, if I click here, I have actually given this date picker the theme of this website. So that is it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like and let me know in the comments what you want to see next. I am going to create more videos on Webflow forms that is going to help you make most out of Webflow forms. So stay tuned for that. And this is Harshit Agarwal. I will see you in the next one.